とってもいいことだと思うわ。それは繰り返す破壊と再生、崩壊と創造の神話。祈り満ちる苦音の世界に最後の神は君臨し続ける。フェイト、グランドオーダー、コスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト、創世滅亡輪廻、ユガクシェートラ、好評配信中。
Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Fate Grand Order. It's a new set of weekly missions that I've already cleared a couple of because I've been just going through stuff. You know, when I'm not recording, I'm now getting back into the groove of, hey, use up that AP in the morning, even if I'm not going to be planning on playing too much later. Although now it's taking like more than a day to fully recover, which is, well, just a thing. Anyways, we're heading to the Sky Boulder, which apparently is only one battle, which is surprising. It's a Zerker boy. There's a couple Zerkers. Alright, let's start by grabbing our Lakshmi Bai, because we haven't used her yet, and I'm curious to see how she works. So let's go to our Kill Berserker team. We got all y'all. That should be good. You know what? Let's actually switch off you for... flip that rarity-o-meter. Let's get you going, because, yeah, right? You'll be very helpful, and this gives bonus to your gain and starting with a charge. Yeah, that makes sense. So, let's get you here to be quite helpful. Let's switch you, because we've already leveled you all the way up. So let's actually bring up, I think we're working on you, because we gotta level up you. Alright, let's go! This Sky Boulder must be pretty insignificant to get one, or we're going to learn what it is and it's going to start a new set of missions. Look at that. Is that a bird, a snake, and a boar in the middle? I bet you that's some religious reference that I don't know. So, you don't know what God's Sky Boulder is either then, Lakshmi? No, I don't. It was there when I was first summoned here, and it hasn't changed at all in the time since. At least I don't think it has. I haven't been watching it this whole time, so I can't say for certain. Well, I've been watching it this whole time, so I can. It definitely never changed. Since we haven't actually asked, you don't know what it is either, correct? That's right. I just noticed there was a big weird cube in this Lostbelt. I didn't think anything more of it. I mean, sure, I considered investigating it and getting rid of it in case it turned out to be something dangerous, since it is, well, so bizarre and all. But I hadn't the slightest idea how to go about it, so I just decided to keep an eye on the thing. Not to mention David told me I was better off leaving it alone. Why? Don't dismiss something before you've seen its true nature, huh? True, if I did, I'd be no better than Arjuna. It was the same with me. I didn't know what it was, so I couldn't say anything about it. I could see that giant tree in the cube no matter where I went, but I had more pressing matters to attend to. Rather than bother with something I knew nothing about, I figured my time would be better spent helping the people here who had been led astray by this unjust god. That's very admirable. I hate that word. I hate that word. Admirable. Just ruins my lips, fam. But are you sure it's okay to leave that village unattended? They should be fine during the early Yugas, especially when there are barely any Kali around. They have weapons now, even if they were hastily assembled, and I've taught them how to fight as best I can. They should be able to handle themselves in a pinch. The only thing I'm worried about right now are the sacred... There. We got beasties.
I'm a horse.
It's another pack of sacred beasts, Master. Let's hide and wait for them to pass again. It's not just sacred beasts. There's something else there, too, next to the road. Wait, is that a person? I'm not picking up any vital signs. I'm afraid it's a dead body. Perhaps they died of disease or in an accident. Why are you going over to it? Damn, we're too late. Wait, what? Okay, so I guessed correctly that they eat people, but what happens when they do? The body's disappearing. So you didn't know then? That's one of this world's mistakes. The sacred beasts purify the bodies of anyone who happens to die unexpectedly. My guess is the false god thinks dead bodies don't belong out in the world and wants them gone as soon as possible. I see. So this world, if this world were a single entity, The sacred beasts are the white blood cells of its immune system. Since we can assume this world's god would be the head, then the sacred beasts must be its macrophages, created to detect, isolate, and remove any foreign elements. It's a good thing I watch Cells at work. So then, does that mean the Kali they fight are something like a virus? Oh, most intriguing. Whatever the case, people are people. When they die, they shouldn't just be cleaned up like trash. Their karma should determine what they become in their next life. At least that's what my people believe. That's what a true samsara cycle is meant to be. We cremate dead bodies to free their souls and ensure they go on to their next life without issue. But here, as long as the sacred beasts are around, nobody will ever be able to hold a proper cremation. If this world has no respect for the journey of the dead, and no hope for those who are left behind, then it is nothing but a world of death. So that's why you were concerned about the sacred beast showing up in Duval. Because one of your elderly had passed away. Right, he was an old man whose time had come. There's nothing anyone could have done about that. But I didn't want the false god stealing our right to give him a proper farewell. You really helped us out there. Breathe! I hate horses so much. They're such horrible creatures. They're finally leaving. If they hadn't already spotted you, then I would urge you to hold back for now. You're almost to God's skybolt, and I would very much prefer to avoid making a commotion whenever possible. I know. I would have stopped them if I had found the body first, but as things stand now, my only choice is to let them go. We should be okay now. I'm certain the sacred beast can't detect us from this far away. Good. I'm glad I didn't have to sneeze while we were hiding. Let's go. Wow, I knew she was cool and collected, but I didn't know she also had such a charming sense of humor. Yeah. Or she's just awkward and didn't realize that was awkward. Yo, this place is kind of cool. My, seeing it up this close up really makes you realize just how big it is, doesn't it? Oh, I've got an idea. Why don't we take a little group photo to commemorate the occasion? Look out behind you! Behind you! Was that a joke, or are you just trying to avoid facing the reality of our situation? Either way, it wasn't funny. If you want to go ahead and take all the selfies you want. Just don't come running to me if the whole thing turns into a jump scare. Foo-foo-foo! Oh, you guys are no fun. I was just trying to lighten the mood a little. So, these numbers we're seeing are accurate, right? So I picked that thinking that, like, that was actually something coming to attack him. Our sensors aren't on the fritz or anything, right? That's right. We made it to the area near the cube without a problem, but... Ooh. Okay, well, this is where they come from. Where'd all these Kali come from? I thought they were barely supposed to be any during the Krita Yuga. I think it's the place, not the time. They're showing up as though they've just been here all along, rather than coming from somewhere else. Be that as it may, the sheer number of them is almost absurd. There are about as many here as there were during the Kali Yuga, maybe even more. Hey, I've got an idea. Why don't we all just run away? Seriously. You have a point. We can't investigate the cube with all these Kali around. Annoying since we just got here. If they surround us, we'll have nowhere to go. True, we can only take so many risks when it comes to safety, and there's certainly nothing to be gained by attempting to complete an impossible goal. I guess we're getting out of here now. Understood. We'll break through the Kali behind us and make a run for it. Awaiting your orders, Master. Alright. Guess we looked at that and went, uh-oh, that's a problem. So, yeah. Gonna take a drink. Ooh, I do love me a good coffee. Okay, well, we have a full combo with you at least. So that's good. So you have attack up, chance to increase C-star drop rate, and chance to increase critical strength. Okay. You have invincible, chance to restore HP. Oh god, are you all chance-based? Guts, decrease debuff resist. Okay, and increase buff success rate. Oh, for all allies, so that works in your favor. Okay. So, you know, let's do a little bit of meme in here. Let me try something. So buff chance up, which means you should get, well, as best as you can go, right? We'll give you some stars. And we'll give you an attack up as well. Right? Give you that crit up. Let's see here. Well, you don't have a ton of stars, actually. I thought you'd have way more, but let's try and get a bunch here. Let's see. Alright. Cool attacks. I like it. I like the gun foo. Alright, and is yours single target or multi-target? That's the question as well. All enemies, heavy damage, huh? And it is green. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. In that case, you know what? Let's actually hold on for a sec. Let's do that next turn because we got some big stuff here. Yeah, that's what I want. Alright. Good stuff. Swagger. We got a curse. That's fine. Okay. Another Kali there. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's see what Nahi Drugi is? I probably said that's Dungi. Nahi Dungi. Whoa! Okay, that's a pretty cool flip. I kind of like that. Get a lot of stars. Nice. How many we get? 45. Not bad, not bad. Alright. Let's... You know what? Pop that. Pop this. Let's get... I wonder if they count as threat to humanity. Let's see here. So let's do one... You know what? Let's go 1, 2. That will hopefully kill... No, I think we'll kill in 1 anyways. 1, or, well, if we do 1, that'll definitely kill. No, but I want to kind of, We'll do that. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah, that way. Yeah. Wow, that did not do nearly as much damage as I expected. We'll see how much this does. Is that... No, I don't think it did. No. Okay, well, we'll kill the... No, we did! Hey! Good stuff. Okay. Come on, hit me. Thank you. Hit me. Yeah! Alright, buffs are now gone. But that's fine. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, that barely killed. Alright. Oh, Merlin. We love your existence. Alright. Okay, complete quests. Got that. Got 5 quests. Boom, bam, boom, bam. Sounds good. And back to the wonderful fields. Okay, I think that's enough distance between us and them. I never imagined there would be that many Kali gathered there. I expected it might be dangerous, but with numbers like that, adding 1 more to our ranks still won't be enough to fend them off. You don't have to rub it in. I wish my noble phantasm were capable of blasting them all away at once, too. I mean, it's multi-hit, so it's closer to... My apologies. I assure you I was not speaking sarcastically. I was merely reflecting on my failure to foresee a situation like this. I see. That's all... No, I'm sorry. I was being oversensitive. While we're on the subject, this seems a good chance to tell you this. Naturally, I will do everything in my power to accomplish our mutual goal. I have no intention of holding back. But I should warn you, for your own safety, you shouldn't expect me to come through when it really counts. I have never truly been able to accomplish the things I most wish to do. That is just my lot in life. Well, that's a strange opinion to have of oneself. Perhaps her failure to defend her country and life had a traumatic effect on her. Be that as it may, there is no doubt whatsoever that you are far more useful in combat than a detective in a remote location. So I hope you will continue to lend Mr. Tanner your aid. Of course I will. I'll be pleased if you trusted me on that much. At any rate, there really were a ridiculous number of Kali there. Leaves the impression that it may be even more important to this Lostbelt than we thought. Indeed, it was as though those Kali were there solely to guard the sky boulder. The fact that we can no longer see them after putting just a little distance between us and the sky boulder would only seem to confirm that. I wonder what this could mean. For that matter, we still don't know what those Kali demons actually are. I'm guessing Holmes is probably right that they're like a virus infecting this world, in opposition of the sacred beasts. But still, we have not the slightest idea what they are, where they come from, or where they go. I don't know either, but I can say they're not any ordinary kind of creature. Given that they stick around even after the world is remade, maybe Arjuna uses them as a means to determine who is worth preserving, or maybe they just remain here out of necessity. If it's the latter, that would mean they're a crucial part of the stage Arjuna uses to run this world. So if we defeat him, maybe they'll all just go poof. Guess Sami's got to figure out what to do with Arjuna. I like how this mission is, okay, this is too much for us. Let's do that instead. Okay, this is too much for us. Let's do that instead. Okay, this is way too much. Let's do that instead. And then we're back to just kill Arjuna. At least we know that God's skybolt is protected by vast numbers of Kali and can't be approached lightly. It may not be much, but it is more than we knew before. In the meantime, I suggest we return to Dval and plot our next course of action. Well, no wonder it was only one. No wonder. Okay. And got the Saint Quartz, and very fitting, because they literally just showed off the first stuff for JoJo Part 6, the anime, so... Alright. Complete 5 quests, very nice. 30 friend points, 3 dragons. Well, let's get the friend point ones out of the way. Why not? Do them now. No one's gonna stop me. I'm here now, and I'm remembering. Rule of the Scandinavian Lostbelt Queen and the Soul Remaining God, her love turns to snow. That's a lot of text. That's a hefty amount of text you got there. It's fine. Okay. Got that. And then 2. And then 3. Okay. Nice. Not bad. Actually, in the shop, they did just announce, not that. Oh, I don't think they're out yet. Yeah, they're not out yet, but you can get, Called You Dinner Time, which is adorable. Oh my goodness, look at her. Beautiful, beautiful girl. But they also announced, some more stuff, but I guess it's not out yet. Go to the actual terminal here. News. It's the, early winter. So you can get some items, including the Sacred Shard signs, the Fair's Great Winter Celebration. So hey, look at this Fate prototype. Look at it all. And look at Ozzy. Ozzy at Christmas. I don't associate Ozzy and Christmas, but here we are. And then you can get the Spiritron dress for Arthur, but I don't have Arthur, so I'm not gonna buy it, obviously. But yeah, okay. That was just the one thing that I was like, hey, there's some news, but by the time this goes up, you absolutely know. You know, don't do the hunt. I did a few hunting quests, but they're fine. I don't really need them right now, personally. I know some people do. God's Commander. Alright, let's go do that. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, okay, so yeah, that bottom one looks still okay, but we'll see. Anger, fury, rage is all I've got. Goddamn bastard. Okay, someone in the comments wrote, like, this cool lore fact about Asvadaman is that he's literally so angry that if he was summoned as a berserker, he would destroy the world from his anger. Holy crap. Holy crap. Calm down, bro. Certain memories are weird. It doesn't matter if they're from you before your current body's age or after. Everything that ever happened to you while you were alive comes flooding into your head all at once. They're simultaneously your own memories and the recollections of a complete stranger. Facts you know to be true and lies no more real than a dream. And I think that's why I remember. Why I know what I once did. I remember the end of the war when I heard that. Drishtadiuma's cowardly plot had succeeded, that my father had been killed. I remember when I heard that Bhima had cheated to inflict a fatal wound on Duryodhana, the oldest of the 100 Kaurava princes. Everything inside me vowed that I would make them pay. Whoa, Asura's wrath. I swore I would exact revenge on them by any means necessary, so I chose to sneak in under the cover of night and murder all my enemies in their sleep. You think that cowardly, criminal, an affront to all that is good and just? I don't care, I don't care, I don't care! I was so angry I didn't care about anything else. I think that's when I threw away everything in me besides fury. I let my fury swallow me whole until I was nothing more than a beast, a vessel of pure rage. To put it another way, that was the moment when Asvaraman became no more than anger incarnate. So of course, the peaceful scenery of the Krita Yuga only infuriates me. The sweet scent of the pollen, the sun's gentle rays, the birds' happy chirping. His only response to it all is to grow even more enraged. Everything he sees and doesn't see makes him angry, but the things that anger him most are those he sees both constantly and never. He is always angry, always. Boy, what a not very nice guy. He's just very angry, huh? There we go, that takes care of the lost out of season Kali. Guess you can't even go through the Krita Yuga without running into at least one. You know, there are always some dumb beasts up in the mountains who forgot to hibernate for the winter, too. I'd always hunt him down whenever I happen to see one. There's no telling what sort of trouble a dumb beast could get up to. Clearing away otherwise unfair or impossible obstacles is just part of the job. Thank you for saving me, God! It showed up so suddenly and I haven't been praying since it's still Krita Yuga. Don't worry about it. I'm not a god, just a hired hand. Ah! Oh, sorry, you don't have to worry about that either. Anyway, you did a great holding it together. I'm proud of you. Oh man, I can't believe a god is patting my head! Are you a god too? Admonishment. You are late for the meeting. I had no choice but to come get you. Whoops, that time already? Sorry about that. I'll see you later, son. Oh, bye! Thank you again! I guess he's my dad now. Do you like kids? Who can say? I feel like you don't have to like kids to be nice to them. Hey, sorry I'm late. I cannot believe you made me carry you with my wind-fire wheels. Well, I had a great time. Thanks for the thrill ride. Of course, a lot of those thrills were more chills at the idea of showing up here late. I'm just a regular guy. I'm not nearly important enough to keep a mythological hero waiting, let alone a god. Advice, there's no point saying what you do not mean. Besides, you're something of a mythological hero yourself now. You know, I'm somewhat of a mythological hero myself, you see. Back to formula. Willem Dafoe would be a wonderful voice for this guy. Anyway, I hate to steal the spotlight after showing up late to the party, but we got something to discuss. I was hoping Svadaman could help with this, but I guess he's not here. Answer, I cannot predict his actions. Our master allows him to act freely. Thus, I have no intention of picking him up. Guess I'll just have to talk to you guys about this then, if that's alright with you. Anyway, I just noticed a little while ago that there's fewer sacred beasts in my area than there's supposed to be. Query, you think it is them? Probably. I'm guessing they have a way of surviving the big guy's noble phantasm. Don't you find it interesting, seeing how you all overcame death yourselves? What? Don't be ridiculous. That's just reconstruction. It has nothing to do with the concept of death. I couldn't care less about it. So no, I don't find it interesting. Besides, I'm sure that guy there already knew. He just didn't say anything. Well, yes, that's true. It is almost certainly the case that they managed to escape to a safe zone. But regardless, the fact remains that interlopers who would interfere with the god's sandbox, I mean, his beautiful reign, have survived. That strikes me as a grave problem. A grave problem indeed, no? There, as you can see, he agrees with me quite vehemently. Indeed, as Lokapala, whom he personally embedded with divinities. Surely you understand that much without the likes of me spelling it out. No, wow, they gave a divinity to that guy? Now then, what do you plan to do about this? Well, I've just been planning to point Asvadaman in the direction and let him go nuts. But if he's not here, he must be off on another job. Yes, that he is. I believe he's dealing with a little, unfinished business on our end. Guess that means we'll have to take care of this ourselves then. Proposal, I will go. Not only do I have time to address the issue, but I also let them escape once. I will finish this. Want some help? No need. Great. Less work for me. Just to be perfectly clear, I'm not going either. I got plenty keeping me busy. Response, I never expected you to come. Departing now. Wind fire wheels. What a go-getter she is. How wonderful. What a pleasure to see such world-class mobility in person. I'm sure you won't let us down, Kubera, Regent of the North. Okay, that name Kubera rings familiar to me. That must be the divinity that was put inside Nehza here. I finally have another chance. I have changed since then. Resolution, I will not let them get away this time. I just want to go like, resolution. 320p and just like get harder to see. Damn, I can't even get close to God's sky boulder. I thought this would be a big breakthrough. I was hoping we'd find a way to take our Judah down there. So much for that. I knew it. I knew this wasn't going to work out. It never fails. On the rare occasion I ever try to actually put a little effort into something, I just end up getting reminded of what a failure I am. That's pretty much me in a nutshell. Waste of space. It's not your fault it didn't work out, Ganesha. None of us expected there to be that many Kali there. Exactly. Moping around won't do you any good, hon. Let's try to stay positive, okay? I agree. Foo-foo! For my part, I was essentially fighting this battle alone until all of you came along. Now there's a chance, even if it's just a small one, for us to go on the offensive. I think that's progress in itself. Why don't we rest up for a while? Maybe that will help a good idea come to us. Lady Lakshmi, welcome back. Thanks for standing guard. Anything to note? No, everything's been the same as usual here. I see you're all armed here, unlike Ajay and the other people in Bichu. I guess those rumors about you fighting the Kali off instead of just praying were true. You must be Lady Lakshmi's companions. Yes, that's right. I'm afraid Lady Lakshmi had to explain to us many times before we understood, but eventually we realized that there's something strange about this world, that we didn't like it here. This has been the way of things are for as long as you've known. I'm sure it wasn't easy to see them differently. I think I once had someone I loved more than anything, but I can't even remember their name or their face. Whoever it must have been killed by a Kali in a past yuga. Anyone who Arjuna considers defective, unnecessary, or evil disappears when a new yuga begins as if they never even existed. But it makes sense that it would be exceptionally complex to adjust every single parameter of the world pertaining to the people who disappear. I guess not even Arjuna can completely erase their remnants, the holes they leave behind in their hearts of the people who cared for them. Some of us realized they lost someone when they saw the gifts their loved one gave them in their homes. At first it only feels like something is vaguely off, but in time you start to remember them more clearly, especially if they left behind any letters, which some did. Oh my, that's surprisingly careless of him, leaving behind so many physical records like that. Although, maybe Koyan Sky is the one behind sadistically cruel touches like that. I certainly wouldn't put it past her. Man, being only able to half remember someone you cared about sounds rough. That is way worse than Asha just forgetting about her dog. Yes, it's painful not being able to remember someone who once meant so much to you, unbearably so. That's why I decided to fight back. I think everyone else in our village more or less feels the same. Lady Lakshmi is the one who taught us how to fight. Any friends of hers are friends of ours. Please, come inside. We don't have much, but you're welcome to... I appreciate the kind offer, but it's better if we stay out of your village for now. Indeed. Oh, don't misunderstand. We're very happy to accept your invitation, but we can't very well bring along another guest who is definitely not invited. There you are. I forgot you're a berserker. Update. Target spotted. Nehza. Warning. Do not call me that. You may know another Nehza, but I am not her. Yeah, she's right. That isn't the Nehza you know or the one we came here with. She's still Crown Prince Nehza, Marshal of the Central Altar. But this one serves Arjuna as one of his Lokapala. So, that is one of the false god's servants. The rumors I've heard say they like to brag about how he shared his divine power with him. Affirmation. Yes, he has given each of us one of his many divinities. If he is a false god, then so are we. Conclusion. That is all I need to know. If you refuse to obey his laws, then I cannot stand idly by. Assertion. Divine punishment is required here. Well, I guess we can't talk to each other about this one. Alright, Pepperoncino. It's no time to shine. You said she ran off to pursue you back to the mountain when we found Ganesha, yes? Then your job is to draw her attention away from us once more. I'm pretty sure that's not going to work now. Last time, she didn't see you guys as a threat. I think that's not the case anymore. Affirmation. The man is no longer my sole target. You are now all equally high-priority targets. I will not let any of you escape. See? But why? Even if you are a different aspect of her that was summoned or embedded with the divinity, you're still Nehza, aren't you? And the Nehza we knew always had a strong sense of justice. In this world, the only measure of something's value is whether God deems it worthy or not. He's the sole arbiter of what should and should not be. I think that's inherently unjust. It disparages the value in feelings, memories, life and death alike. So then, how can you... Oh my, that was certainly heartfelt. Well, she really has learned how to express her anger. You're a product of mankind's arrogance and rationalism, so, well, I'm glad to see such emotion from you. It makes me a bit nervous. Your innocence was one of your greatest source of strength. Once that's gone, what will you have gained instead? Nehza, please tell me something. What do you think of this world? Answer unnecessary. Commencing attack. Oh, get ready to fight back, guys. You've got it, Master. I can't let you return to your false god now that you know about our village. Prepare to die. You do realize that saying stuff like that totally makes you sound evil, right? Anyway, Nehza's a figure in Journey to the West and the investiture of the gods, right? I think some people call her Naza. Oh man, I can't believe I'm against someone so famous. And again, I guess Ganesha's up there too. Alright, fine. I'll just put in a Pico effort like usual. Pico effort? It's a word I came up with. It means my unusual willingness to try, my usual hopelessness, my wish to avoid responsibility. It's basically all sorts of feelings rolled up into one big old mess, okay? Get with it! I want to see Pico effort put into the CCC remake. Okay, so let's grab ourselves a... We need a foreigner. That'll make our life much easier. Let's see, is there any here? Foreigners. Foreigner. No foreigners there. What about here? Oh, perfect. We got you there. You're even better, because you're, yeah. Yep. So let's get you and you. That's really good. And then you know what? We'll bring up you in case one of them dies. And there we go. Okay. Alright, that should be good. Let's go. Let's do this thing. I'm slightly worried about some of these bosses after Svadaman gave me a rough time, but at the same time, I feel like if I have my Merlin, it shouldn't be as bad, I feel. Merlin keeps him healthy. Endurance battle. Endurance battle. Why did it say that? Is it literally saying it's just a case of me needing to continue to live? That's interesting. I've never seen that. Oh, it's a is it because she has an evade that seemingly won't go away? So it's literally an endurance battle, or can it go away? Well, there's 3 evades left. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting for sure. Get some of this. 2 left. 1 left. It's gone. So let's just keep healing up then, huh? Don't burn me. So let's go 1, 2. And you know what? Let's go... How many turns is this? 3 turns art card up. Sure. And is this only 1 turn? 3 turns? Well, we can do that the one time too. Because I feel like you'll get a lot of meter with this. So let's do that. Let's go 1. No, let's go 1, 2. Wait. Do that. Wrong one. But that's fine. Maybe she's a threat against humanity. Definitely didn't make the mistake with that. Okay, let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see here. Do some big damage, hopefully. Okay. Decent little bit of damage. And hit you with the defense down. It's going to be quite nice. Protection. Crit rate up to remove. Debuff. Aww, that sucks. Debuff for... Oh, jeez. Jeez. Does this remove debuffs? Just special ones with human attribute. Okay, well, let's give you that. Let's give you this. Give you that. And let's go attack up. We'll still lower your stuff when we hit you. So 1, 2, 3. Alright. Let's see how we do. Then again, she has debuff resist, so maybe not. We'll see. Okay. Good damage. Okay. Universe ring, attack up, sure hit. Oh, sure hit, really? Way to remove the whole point. Okay. Hopefully she can't give herself meter here. That's all I'm really hoping for. This is doing way less damage than I expected. Even with all those boosts, huh? Don't give yourself meter. Dang it! What did I... Who are you hitting? Everyone. Okay, didn't know you gave yourself meter. Let's see if beating her 1 gauge is enough to get through this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh. Okay. We're good. Okay. So that's so it's saying endurance battle there like that. Huh. Huh. That's a new thing. I want to see that in the future more. Oh my god, are we continuing the battle over here? That's pretty sick if that's the case. That's really cool, actually. Yeah, you know what? I kind of need someone stronger. So let's go to my 4 stars. And my strongest 4-star is Def's Emiya there. So let's give... Where is he? Let's see. Archers. There he is. And you know what? Let's switch this off because, yeah, winning is more important for sure. So for you, let's give you... Begin charge for 2 levels. Nah, it's not super important for you. Buster up when you go on the field. Noble Phantasm. Yep, that's good. That's good. That's good. And you can get that's a 12, so we can switch that off with. You know, for you, we definitely want to give you this. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Yeah, wow, okay. So is it going to just say when it's an endurance battle from now on? Because I will take that. You're trying. How could she have so many noble phantasms? What's going on here? I don't think those are noble phantasms. They're probably Baobei depicted in the investiture of the gods, so I can understand why she has them. But the Nehza we know, has never exhibited this kind of fighting ability. There's something else going on here. She did say that Arjuna shared one of his divinities with her. I suspect the key lies there. This is no natural divine spirit amalgamation like we've seen with Setanai. This is a case of divine elements simply being fused into an existing being. As difficult as it may be to believe, if one of Arjuna's divinities is truly able to coexist with a servant spirit origin, that would indeed explain this remarkable increase in her power and abilities. Assuming you gave her one of the Lokapala regions tasked with defending different directions, I'd say Kubera is probably at the top of the list of her priorities. Kubera is the god of wealth and treasure, so that would explain why she has an abundance of power now. I've never heard that name before. Not well known in your neck of the woods, huh? Trust me, she's a very important god in India. There are all sorts of stories about him. Oh, sorry, the name sounded feminine. Whoops. But they all agreed he was the guardian of the North. Hey, that's my whole thing. Oh no, I'm Let's Player of the North. He was also known as Dhanapati, the Lord of Wealth, and as Vaisavrana, son of Visharava. Though in Japan, he might be better known as Tamonten or Bishamonten. Oh! Huh. Really? Kubera, I think he was Ravana's half-brother. As I recall, he battled Ravana, only to lose both the fight and control over the island of Lanka. And in that case, he has some connection to me as well, or rather to Sita. Also, oh, maybe that's why he's such a good match for Request, shut up. There is no need to explain. We are here to fight. Still, I will tell you one thing. The divinity of the god of wealth does reside within me. Declaration. Therefore, this can only end in defeat. Aw, cripes, another OP item. No fair. She's decked out in legendary gear and I'm still my starting equipment. Gods have immense power far beyond ordinary beings. That's, well, what makes them gods. If this Nehza really has been given a divinity, it would probably explain how she got so absurdly strong. Yo? But it's so sad, I can barely stand to watch. Do we have another just survival battle? If they tell me from now on, whenever it's the case, I'll be so happy. Like, for real. That's a lot of HP. Bajra. Uh-oh. Pepe's backing twist of love? Okay. Well, didn't say it. But how much did you put our attack down? That might be a problem. Let's start with getting some stars here. Let's see how much we can get. Oh, we're weak. Oh, we are very weak. Taoist Technique A, Quick Buster, crit up. Overload, HP loss. Oh. Is that going to be how we win? Huh. Huh. Interesting if that's the case. Let's go like this. Get meter and stars. Big crits. We can start the healing. Demon slashing sword attack up, critical up. Oof. Overload. I wonder if the overloads are going to increase as time goes on. Like, just keep getting worse and worse. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Get meter for all of you. And get that healing started. Demon Binding Rope. Triggers each turn. What triggers each turn? Is it stun? Does it mean that stun is each turn? Oh, no. Oh, that could be bad. Okay. Let's go... We can do a full combo with you. Might as well. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Do as much as we can, I guess. Oh god, we are so weak. And Vanquishing Blade, that's your attack up. Oh, that damage. Oh, you're done. Oh, frick. And the stun on you. Oh yeah, it is increasing as it goes on each time. Okay, so just be careful. I'm gonna go pop this on you. And I'm gonna actually pop an evade on you. And then next, so then if you pop it, they'll survive. I mean, unless it's sure hit. And if not, then we will do the, Yep, I see what I'm doing. That to you. Because you got some big hits there. Right, you can go 1, 2... Just go 1, 2, 3. There we go. Get that big crit. That's a small crit. Braided Sphere, HP loss. Okay. Good thing you didn't stun Merlin. Remove deep. What? Okay. That was very strange. I'll take it though. Okay. So we broke the gauge. Slight damage, defense down. Okay. Okay. It's building. It's building. Still hit us with the burn, which is fine. But we can start healing again. Very nice. Okay, so we can go... Yeah, let's go 1, 2... No, let's go 1, 2, 3. Because if we can get some defense up too, that'd be quite nice. Okay. Big damage, hopefully. Okay. We're definitely doing more damage. Big evades. Okay. And let's go... Should we do a full combo? Yes, let's. Get them stars. And slight heals on him. Anything to let him build that meter up more. Mash is ready. Oh, those hits. Okay, so we can go 1. Do we do a full combo? Or no, I think I'd rather do... You know what? Let's go 1, 2 for the meter, 3 for the meter. Okay. There we go. Get that heals going. Hey, Merlin, Mash, and Attacker, still such a good strategy. Holy crap, it still works so well. Is it cheap? Some may say. Do I care? Not particularly. Let's get Merlin's healing going more. Okay, so let's go... You know what, let's go 1, 2, 3? Yeah, let's get a little bit of attack here. Okay. Let's see how this goes. And... okay. So I don't want to pop the Noble Phantasm before it's time, you know? Oh, Merlin, my boy! Me lad! Okay, let's... you know what? Just in case, let's hit that. Are you gonna get... you won't get that next turn. Dang it, that's not good. So let's go... you know what? Okay, that's fine. Let's hit that. Ugh. We'll have to see how much healing you get done. 1, 2. Gee, let's go 2, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Alright, not a lot of healing. Amplified damage, defense down. Okay. Okay. Merlin gonna die. I mean, unless... no, probably... yeah, no, you're dead, even with the, you know, damage there. So, you know what, let's bump you up. Let's bump you up big, strong. Pop that. Right? Because we're making the power mash here. So we'll go... mold 60, 90. Okay. I feel like Heroine will survive, so let's see here. And... oh, that damage! Nice! Good stuff. Let's see here. I feel like we got this, considering we still have most party members left. Let's see. Well, yeah, Heroine really survived. Mash is done, but that's fine. Who do we got left? Estrella and Emiya, right? Yeah, we got this. We got this, especially because Heroine has her full combo still. So let's go... 1, 2, 3. Okay. Do your thing. Oh yeah, that's it. Good stuff. That was, you know what? I do like how they did the endurance battle. Be like, okay, this is what you can expect, right? This is what you have going forward. I like it. Ooh, blood. We're probably coughing that up, huh? Because you're overriding yourself. You've noticed it too, haven't you, Master? That fight was clearly... yeah, Nehza, why? That was an incredible display of wealth and fortune. It almost makes me envy you, but... you took it too far. With all your abundance, you were spending it faster than you could replenish it. You know, I thought the way you were burning through your items seemed familiar. You were doing it on purpose. You went out of your way to use more of your power than necessary. You made sure to use so much that not even the god of wealth could recover from the loss. Why? Kubera is the god linked to my father. Huh? In China, Crown Prince Nehza's father is known as Tuta Li Huang, aka Pagoda-bearing Heavenly King Li, aka Li Jing. And in Japan, Li Jing is considered to be the same as the figures I mentioned before, Tamonten and Bishamonten. The amount of overlap is wild. There's a lot of cross-pollination between Taoist lore and Buddhist myth when it comes to gods like these, so it can be difficult to make sense of, but the long and short of it is we can be pretty sure that Li Jing and the Hindu god Kubera were one and the same. And I, of course, have a connection to my father. Confusion. There's something inside the jewel I hold in my chest. I do not know what to call these feelings I hold toward my father. What does that all mean? The details are a little different between Journey to the West and the Investiture of the Gods. But basically, Nehza was born with tremendous power and wrecked a lot of things even as a baby. Her father acted in anger and fear, and Nehza lost her body as a result. She was later reborn into a new being thanks to the Buddha and Taizen Ren. Well, the real story might be more complicated than that, but that's an accurate picture of the central relationships. Plus, they say Nehza's father is still afraid of her powers, so... I am Crown Prince Nehza, Marshal of the Central Altar. I am not Li Jing. It is therefore impossible for me to tell what I think and feel now. Wait, what? It is therefore impossible for me to tell what I think and what I feel now are both beings that have combined within me. But I can be certain about this. It is not right for Li Jing to exist inside Nehza. It is utterly preposterous. Truth, such a being can never be me. Truth, that is not how I am meant to function. That's why you burned yourself out. You couldn't accept what you've become. But why take such a, well, roundabout way to approach suicide? Good point. If you wished to end your life, you could have done so any other number of ways. For example, you could have fought back against the god who made you that way with all your might. Since he trusted you enough to bestow you with power, you should have had plenty of chances to attack him if you chose. I considered that, of course, but deemed it impossible. His divine power is just too great. And if I lost, he might have to erase my consciousness for being defective. Then I would truly become nothing more than a puppet with Nehza's body and Kubera's power. Conclusion, that would be a fate worse than death. If you ended up a berserker thanks to the violent side of you being most prevalent in your manifestation, that would probably mean that your feelings about your father are stronger and fresher than the usual, Nehza. Which would explain why you just didn't want to deal with it. Yes, I tried not to think about it at first. I buried my feelings deep down and did my best to forget them. But then, I saw her. Our Nehza. The moment I saw her, it felt like I had been cursed. I was overcome with rage and hatred and envy, so much so I couldn't stop myself from destroying her. I could not stand the idea of another me, a truer me being out there. I could not accept it, but destroying her did nothing to lift my curse. I could no longer ignore my incompleteness. I could no longer stand how ugly I was. That's why I did this. Elaboration. It was not you who destroyed me. I destroyed me. I can't say I approve of what you did, but I can understand it. That is fine. If nothing else, I was able to avoid the worst possible outcome. For that, I thank you. But I will not apologize. The one to whom I should apologize is no longer here. Defects should just disappear. For the first time, I understand that logic. The defective Nehza mixed with her father will disappear. That is how it should be. Salvation. I will not return in the next Yuga. You're a servant of that god. You have no right to say that. My lover is gone now. How dare you say that they were defective? How dare you say they deserve to disappear? Apology. I have no way of knowing that. All I am saying is, for those of us ashamed of our defectiveness, getting to disappear can be a kind of salvation. Hang on, if you're really grateful to us, then give us some info before you disappear. It can be about anything. Arjuna, the other Lokapala? Oh, we want to know about God Skyboulder too. The giant cube? Truth unknown. I know nothing about it either, nor do I know who might know something. Damn, I was afraid he'd say something like that. The Lokapala are servants that he has bestowed with divinities. If you defeat them, those divinities should disperse like mine. So we can whittle down their forces by taking them out, huh? Well, that's definitely good to know. Whenever we inevitably face off with Arjuna, not having to also fight 3 servants with godly power at the same time will be a huge help. Can you tell us anything about the other Lokapala? Answer. Asvadaman is a special case. He goes around on his own fighting battles in place of Arjuna. The others watch over different regions. They sometimes assemble under Arjuna's orders, but in general, they keep to their assigned area. There are only 3 Lokapala, so each one covers a wide swath of land. I do not know what happened to the gods who were originally meant to guard the different directions. There are supposed to be 8 Lokapala, 1 for each cardinal direction. I wonder if the divinities are still inside Arjuna because he doesn't need them. What do all you Lokapala do exactly, and which directions do you oversee? Answer. We watch over people, guard against revolt, and take care of the sacred beasts. My territory stretches over everything from the north to the southeast. The old man handles everything from the north to the southwest, and the young man handles everything from the southwest to the southeast. The old man is William Tell, an archer, and the young man is Asclepius, a caster. You can hear him walking a mile away. Sorry to potentially ruin a heartfelt scene, but that's all I can read when I read his name. I don't even know how to say it. From now on, he is Asclepius. William Tell? Sweet, we got his true name. Times may have changed, but he's still one of the most famous archers in history. Maybe we should look for a few apples. He can shoot off your head. Oh my god, that was him? As a rule, servants are usually summoned in their prime. So his middle-aged appearance must be because that time in his life is when his skills were at their peak. And then there's Asclepius. Okay. Okay, people are gonna get mad because they're like, that's not his name. How do you even say it? Is it Asclepius? Asclepius pronunciation.
Asclepius.
Asclepius. Okay.
Asclepius.
Asclepius. Asclepius. That must be the servant in the hood. He was one of the Greek heroes who sailed on the Argo. He's known as the father of medicine, and he's still worshipped in some circles today. Interestingly, neither of these heroic spirits have any connection to India whatsoever. But now they've been given the divinity and power of Indian gods. I wonder what effect it's had on their abilities. Answer unknown. I never paid much attention to their abilities. I did not need to. Wow, you are dying for a long time. Oh. Report, I have reached my limit. Outsider. No, Master of Khaldia. Maybe we will meet again someday. And if we do, let it not be this defective version of me. I hope it will be that other pure me. Dang. Maybe. We can resummon her, but she won't have her memories and stuff, which is like, aw, man. Just because a servant is given divine power, that doesn't necessarily mean they will see it as a good thing. If anything, it was that power that made her see herself as defective. Yes, even servants are no exception. Knowing what you need, what you don't, what to keep, what to discard. I think everyone has to decide those things for themselves because no two people are exactly alike. It's no one else's place to unilaterally choose them for you, not even a god. You had every right to say what you did to that Lokapala. I can more than understand your anger at someone desiring to cut themselves off from this world after they've been going around doing the same thing to others. All I'm saying is that the ones serving the god have their reasons as well. As that girl there just said, it's not right for a single entity, not a god, to make decisions for the entire world. Yes, you're right. Besides, the important thing is that you and your comrades succeeded at defeating one of the Lokapala. This is cause for celebration. I'll go tell the others.
Not only did you defeat one of the Lokapala, you even learned the true names of the other two servants. It's the most welcome turn of events. Tanner feels like the car infuriating, blocking our way moved aside, and we finally got to floor it and leave them in the dust. Now we just have to keep up our momentum all the way to the finish line.
You're not really much good at gauging the mood, are you? We're not exactly celebrating here. No, wait, my god power is telling me what's really going on here. You did gauge the mood here and just ignored it. Neats like me aren't too good at that sort of social stuff. Though I guess you could also call it a pretty minor skill.
Would you mind not psychoanalyzing me right where I can hear you, especially when you're going to be so spot on? As a commander, I merely offered my assessment of the present situation.
A servant doesn't get to choose who summons them. Well, this is very unfortunate for Nehza. It worked out for us. If she hadn't purposely worn herself down, I don't think we could have avoided taking heavy losses. I agree. It doesn't feel like we won so much as she let us win.
Nehza was a special case, and she just happened to have a special connection to the Indian divinity she was given. I don't think we can count on anything similar happening with the Lokapala, who don't have any ties to India.
Agreed. As Vadaman was a significant threat, even when he was only trying to get away, or we were trying to get away. His regenerative abilities as his immortality were both on a skill I've rarely seen. As for the other servants, we should assume they're at least as powerful as Nehza would have been if she had made better use of Kubera's power, if not more so.
And the next one you face might not be this easy.
Exactly, Master. I'll make sure to remain on my guard. Still, if nothing else, at least we made a bit of progress. Eliminating one of the divinities under Arjuna's control is a victory, no matter how you look at it. Though, of course, it's still too early to say how much value or significance this victory portends. Actually, now that you mention it, I think I do feel a little lighter. That indescribable pressure we felt hindering us in this world, that strange feeling that something is off that's been preventing us from finding our footing, it feels like it's not quite as bad now. Seems safe to assume that eliminating one Locopala has improved the state of the world somehow. Needless to say, if we're going to defeat Arjuna, we'll need to reduce his overwhelming power and find a way to draw out more of our own. If eliminating Locopala can achieve both at once, that would truly be killing two birds with one stone. Forget birds or stones, at this point it looks to be our only possible path to victory, period. So I guess we'll just have to make our way down it a little bit at a time. Journey of 1,000 miles and all. In other words, our next course of action is to try and take out all the other Locopala. And luckily, we know where we can probably find them. Sure, they may just be very general directions, but it's still better than having no lead at all. Plus, I bet the towns and villages in those areas will know something. Yeah, no objections here, sounds good to me. According to Nehza, Svadaman moves around freely on his own, so going after him won't be an option. So the question is, who do we pursue first, William Tell or Asclepius?
That's a no-brainer. The archer's clearly the higher priority target.
Oh, why's that?
Isn't it obvious? We can't have him sniping Tanner now, can we? 360 no-scopes and all. He's the core of our whole operation here, after all. I may be personally blessed by the goddess of fortune, but Tanner there is the one holding the key to our victory. Therefore, we should take out the archer first to eliminate the risk of Tanner being taken out at a distance and ensure his safety.
I understand how you feel, but I'm not certain the choice is so clear-cut. We shouldn't let our king rush headlong into dangers because we're wary of the rook.
Oh, no, I understand. It's a question of who has the greater advantage. The fact is, we currently have no servants who excel at mid to long-range combat. Every member in our current lineup is a close to mid-range fighter. If we were to go after the archer first, we could end up struggling to pin him down, only have to really throw a wrench in the works by calling in reinforcements.
Agreed. There's a distinct possibility.
Casters, on the other hand, can be excellent mages, but they're certainly not known for their prowess in battle. Being an excellent mage does not automatically make you an excellent warrior, after all. No, most casters fight by laying cunning traps and collecting information outside of battle to stack the deck in their favor. So in a head-to-head brawl, they're likely to fall one step behind compared to an archer. If we could drag them into such a brawl, we should have a good chance of defeating them. Essentially, our goal will be to reduce the enemy's forces by going after the weaker opponent first.
That would leave the archer's threat looming over us, but that has been no less true all this time. I believe we can minimize the risks by taking measures against any attempts at sniping and eliminating caster as quickly as possible.
Then it's settled. We'll go after the caster first.
I can't believe it.
What can't you believe? This fellow Trumpster demanded an explanation.
Hey. Careful. It's our word. Hey, I'll have you know that I only have all this extra weight out of respect for Ganesha. Anyway, I was just surprised that you were acting like a decent commander for once. You really do know the differences between serving classes, don't you, Gotchi?
Gotchi? Does that mean she thinks I'm like Karl Gotch, the undisputed god of
Pro wrestling? Okay, is that a real person? Karl Gotch? Is that real? Oh my god, Karl Gotch. Belgian-born German-American wrestler. In Japan, Gotch is known as the god of wrestling. What? That's a thing? Huh. Yeah, sorry, I know nothing about, wrestling at all. I just know German suplexes are cool.
That's a rather elegant nickname we've come up with there, young lady. That I appreciate. But to be clear, I've been studying this sort of thing ever since I knew I was going to be the next director of Caldia. After all, it'd be quite the farce if Caldia's top brass didn't know the first thing about its crucial heroic spirit summoning system. Isn't that right, Kyrie Light?
Yes, Director. I know you've been studying diligently every day since we left Russia.
Well, no, I've known these things all along. Nothing is not a capable commander, after all. Regardless, I now easily know just as much as our newly minted master. Furthermore, I've also taken another look at Tanner's reports. By this point, I can quickly calculate each class's traits, the cost of summoning a given servant, and the amount of strain placed on the nervous system by the mystic code, which is one hand on a common pocket calculator. Incidentally, Tanner, you'll be getting hungry in about 3 hours, so make sure you have some rations ready to go.
He's even calculated the rate Master burns calories. Yes, very impressive. Now, can we get back on track? So, we'll be going after Asclepius first. Nehza said he's in charge of the south. Well, how do we go about finding him? I'm told there's a town in the south. If his job includes keeping an eye on the people in his region, there's a strong chance he'll show up there. In that case, we should be able to ask someone in this village where to find it. Okay, sounds like a plan to me.
Good, all right. Tanner, your next mission is to head south and find the Cluster Asclepius. Reading is hard. Caster Asclepius. And defeat him.
Oh, and don't worry. Yours truly, the beautiful Miss Da Vinci, will be holding an extensive lecture on Greek heroes to give you something to listen to on the way. Good. Because I don't know much about him. Other than Jason buffs him. Because he's one of the Argo ones that gets the Jason Argo buff. Which is cool. I love that you can make a team around the Argonauts and it works out pretty good. Effect weakened by the defeat of... Oh, okay. So I'm guessing that's going to be probably Buster up? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right, well, with that said, we are done with this chapter here. So thank you all guys for watching, and we'll see you next time as we head down the real road to the south of the province here. So we'll see you then for that, guys. Ciao.
Yo.